Hey everybody, John Franklin Reviewer here, and I'm still continuing my Puppet Master review, so let's get started. Puppet Master 10, Access Rising, is about Danny and Beth teaming up with a U.S. Army veteran to go after the Germans. Now, is this going to be better than the previous movie since this is the second of the trilogy, or is this going to be a downer? Well, stay tuned. Okay, so I'm going to do something a little different, and I do this once in the blue moon, where I'm going to start with the dislikes, because I only actually have two to talk about here. Okay, so the first one I want to talk about is the scenes. Some of the scenes actually drag and stretch out a little too long, and I felt like that if they were able to kind of make this film just slightly shorter, then of course this would be probably pretty much a perfect movie in my mind here. It could have just been, other than that, I think it was still a decently good runtime and pacing. And then the other thing is, now there's going to be a brief spoiler. It's the way that the previous movie ended, since this is the second one of the Access trilogy. So what happens is, at the end of the previous one, Access of Evil, the Japanese woman ends up escaping. She ends up kidnapping one of the puppets, and she ends up running out of the movie theater that they were actually in, her and the German guy. So what happened was that, and the way that this actually starts off is that they show her, and it turns out it's a different actress in this one. I'm surprised the other one, I guess, didn't want to come back or whatever the reason was there. She ends up actually getting killed off right off the bat in this movie here, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, she couldn't even work with another German and at least make it to the end. And I hate when they do that. Certain movies, they do that too, where someone actually makes it from one movie to the sequel, or from one sequel to another sequel. Those characters get taken out quickly and all of that. So I was a little ticked off about that, that all of a sudden, that's the way that I felt like Access of Evil could have ended, where she runs away, runs into this person, and I really had a little bit more of a question, like, who the hell was this guy, than the way that thinking, well, why give her this, like, what, maybe 2-3 minute scene. And now on to the likes. Well, let's start with the characters. So we're going to start with Danny and Beth, who I actually did not realize right away. More Beth I did, but not Danny. As it turns out, it's actually two different actors from the previous movie, just like the Asian woman, which I thought was really strange. They actually do a terrific job, especially the guy who plays Danny. They actually really jump into these roles, these new actors, as the previous ones. And I like the way it kind of starts off with them. They got their butts kicked. They have to try to go get the one puppet that got kidnapped. Then we have another character that joins them, the U.S. Army veteran named Sarge, or Sergeant. He just says, just call me Sarge. He is the comic relief. He is funny as hell. He's up there with Danny's brother, Don. So I really thought that was pretty cool there, that these first two had some really good comedy, and it actually landed for me, which was really good there. Now we get to our evil villains here. Well, we have our main character. Unfortunately, I can't remember his name, though, but this guy is a total asshole, and it works 100%. I really do love him. He's focused on the mission of what he got to do. He's pretty much about 95% just focused on that, except the 5% is actually his right-hand female henchman. I mean, as you can see, beautiful as hell. I definitely like her. Chemistry with her and the villain really worked. They also have this doctor who actually helps them out. I think he does pretty good. I really like him. The puppets were great, as always. The animatronics were really good there. We even have new evil puppets going against our guys, and I really actually thought their designs were really cool. I just enjoyed their killing spree. There's even a puppet fight that goes through, I thought was actually really cool. Definitely the practical makeup effects in this movie, they don't show too much of it. It's always good to see practical effects, because I know there were a few of these movies that they would have CGI blood. And my rating for this is going to go 3.5 out of 4 stars. I really did enjoy this second Access movie. I thought was really good. Huge recommend for sure. So thank you guys so much for watching my video here, and as always, stay awesome.